We're at Star Watch Media. We're here for the Benchwarmer back to school celebration.
See, I'm dressed as a schoolgirl.
You are? You look great.
And you know what the irony is? This is the same print as the school uniform I wore for 9 years in Catholic school. One would think I would probably be over it by now, but it's been long enough that I've learned to embrace the Catholic school uniform.
Well, the best part is you can dress the part, but you don't have to go to school on Monday. That's probably the best part.
Thank you.
Now, we're also here benefiting the Children of the Night Foundation, a wonderful nonprofit organization which helps protect American children from prostitution. How's it feel to be here supporting this evening?
Yeah, well, I was at the last one that they had, and I think it's a great cause. Like I said at the last one, I think it's something that a lot of people don't know about. They think it's something that happens in foreign countries, and they don't realize that girls and women are being trafficked right here in the U.S. And it happens every day. It happens here in Hollywood. It happens in little tiny towns that we're not expecting. And just regular, everyday girls, just like myself, are taken from their families and homes, and they're being told stuff like, hey, if you tell on us, we'll kill your family. So they're scared to leave. These are things that Americans need to know about, because when we think of sex trafficking, we think of Asian, African countries, places that don't affect us.
Thousands of miles away.
Thousands of miles away. We just give them a few dollars and we hope that they find the girls and put them in a nice house afterwards. And that is not the case. So this is something that is pretty important to me.
Do you think that almost just as important for other Children of the Night, as well as other nonprofit organizations doing the same thing, that almost just as important as protecting the children is bringing awareness to the fact that this is going on?
Bringing awareness is number one. If people don't know what's going on, then they don't know what to report. You know, they see a girl at school and they see perhaps somebody lurking around. They might not think anything of it. They might not know exactly what these people are capable of. You know, there's so many different ways it happens, but if you just know that if you're just aware of it happening, then you are more likely to tell somebody that you see something sketchy going on. So yeah, but if you're not aware of it, then, you know, it's always after the fact. It's after we see the posters of the girls' faces and the parents on the news. That's when we go, oh, okay, maybe we need to do something. But it starts way before that.
Now, for you, you're an actress here in town. Any current upcoming projects for you that we can see?
Actually, I'm excited to tell you I have a movie coming out. The trailer just came out this week. It's called LA Slasher. I am the lead, along with Misha Barton, who plays my best friend, and we follow the story of the LA Slasher, which is a character who is trying to kill off all reality TV stars. So, and Misha and I happen to be playing reality TV stars, so it's quite an interesting story. So you follow us from beginning to end, but that should be out in the next, I think, October or something like that.
Was this your first experience in the horror thriller genre?
Yes, it is. Well, actually, no, I did do a horror film a few years ago when I first started, but this is my first lead in a horror film. I usually do TV shows that are fun and lighthearted, but it was definitely a whole other experience. I worked in a abandoned hospital downtown, and I told all the crew not to tell me what had happened because there were all these stories going on. I was like, don't tell me. Later I found out I was working in the morgue and I was crawling through this small little hole in the wall, which they used to use for certain things.
I'm getting chills as you're talking about it.
Yeah, and we worked there for a couple weeks, and then after that we worked in the Mojave Desert at the airplane graveyard, which I didn't know even existed. Did you know about the airplane graveyard?
I'm actually from Arizona.
Okay, so we worked there, and for those of you who don't know, there's a place where airplanes go to die basically after they've crashed. So you see exactly where they crashed, where the seats came out. It's so eerie, and it's just like, and I have a lot of scenes that I shot there at like 3, 4 in the morning. So after shooting this movie, I needed like a break from all things scary. Like I went, my Catholic school training came in after that. I was like, oh, Dear Lord, let
Say a
me,
prayer.
absolutely. Oh my God, it was terrifying. But I'm hoping the movie shows just how terrified I was. Everyone was like, "How is it playing like you're scared?" I'm like, "Oh, I wasn't playing. Like, I was truly terrified." So I hope you
Did
guys.
the director kind of have that in mind to really find locations that really set the tone for this kind of film?
I'm not so sure, but we had a wonderful director named Martin Owen. Hi, Martin. And he is British, and he kind of thinks all this spooky stuff is like a joke, So when we were in this hospital, he wasn't thinking much of it. You should see the photos. Like, there's like all this craziness in that. It's like it's dirty. There's blood on the walls. He was like, he thought it was a big joke. They said to us, "Don't go on the 3rd floor," and he's all like, "Oh, rah, 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 rah," and didn't think anything of it. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna whatever." He went up there, and you know how we have the script is like really small and you can fold it. He folded the script into like 4s and put it in his back pocket. And he was by himself, and he's walking through the 3rd floor, and like I said, he doesn't believe in any of this stuff. And he's walking, and all of a sudden, that script that was folded and tucked deep down goes flying in the air out of his pocket. And so, of course, he didn't tell me this until after we were done shooting, because I was like, don't tell me anything. And so then the next day, he went walking down the same corridor, and the same thing happened. So
is this going to be your last horror film for a little while? Do you need to take a nice little hiatus from it after these experiences?
I actually love it. I love being scared. I'm one of those people that likes to be scared. But yeah, no, it'll be a nice little break from it. But I would love to go back and do one again, because now I've learned how to psych it out and just like not think about it while I'm doing it.
Well, we have Halloween coming up in a couple months. Do you like to go to the haunted houses? What do you like to do over the month of October?
I love all of it. Like Halloween is my absolute favorite, and I love the costumes. I love everything about Halloween, and it's just my favorite time of year. Like, I love being scared, and I love scaring people.
Do you already have an idea what you're going to dress as this year? Any ideas in the back of your mind?
I always wear something by J. Valentine. They're one of my favorite. Well, they are the all-time favorite costume designer. They do these crazy. I'm actually wearing I'm wearing 2 of their outfits in my horror film. But they do these crazy. They're sexy, of course, but they're crazy. Like, they light up, and they've got like all this like. There's one outfit I'm wearing in my film that I wore to Halloween as well, and it's got like. It sounds kind of funny. It's dressed as a bear, but then it's got little tiny bears dressed as bunny rabbits on your boobs.
Okay.
So it's like an outfit in an outfit. So I look forward to that. I don't know what I'm going to be, but even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. I'd want you guys to be surprised.
Oh yeah, well I guess I was just more curious if you had anything in the back of your mind that you were considering.
No, last year I was a snowman. I was getting ready for Christmas.
You're already in the mindset.
I'm already there. I'm ahead of everybody.
Well, let's see. I'll ask one last question. Any other projects, or actually, for more information about this horror film, where can we go? LA Slasher, was that the time?
LA Slasher, but you can check out my Facebook pages, because I always post about it. I just put up the trailer. We've got amazing actors in it. We've got Danny Trejo and Dave Bautista's in it. And my dear friend that actually I brought him in on the project, Drake Bell, because I had been in his superhero movie. So I was like, want to do me a favor? And he's amazing. He's so good in this film. And then, of course, we've got the beautiful Misha Barton. So we've got really good actors in this film, and it definitely rounds out the cast and makes it a very interesting film.
Congratulations on the film. Enjoy the evening. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. Take care.